Welcome again, everyone, to the podcast. You are tuned into From Principles to Practice. I am your host, Dr. Ivon Valerie, and today we will explore deep, actionable insights from the heart of biblical wisdom into the very fabric of our day-to-day interactions. Today, we are diving into building community in a fragmented world, inspired by the powerful concepts from chapter 2 of my new book, Never Alone: Overcoming Loneliness Through Community. In our modern world, where the pace is fast and life often feels disconnected despite technological advances, how do we forge genuine, enduring connections? Well, today, we delve into timeless biblical teachings to uncover how they can guide us in building strong communities in our ever-evolving landscape. The theology of community. As we embark on today's discussion, let's delve into the core of living in a community as the Bible prescribes. It's more than just living side by side. It's about living heart to heart. The book of Genesis tells us that it's not good for man to be alone. This is not just about solitude. It's a divine declaration that our lives are meant to be interwoven with others. God never intended for us to do life alone. From the beginning, the creation narrative emphasizes the importance of companionship and collaboration. We will never be able to succeed if we try to succeed alone. Consider the story of Moses and the Israelites. They were not just a group of travelers, but they were a covenant community. Their journey through the wilderness was marked by shared experiences. These experiences, it forged them together. Experiences of faith, experiences of trust, and experiences of helping each other. Each step they took on this journey was not just a step towards a promised land, but a step toward building a strong, godly community. In our extremely fast-paced, individualistic world, this biblical principle of community challenges us to rethink our interactions. Are we genuinely supporting one another in our individual journeys? Are our communities structured to provide mutual aid and spiritual support? How can we transform our neighborhoods, our churches, even our online spaces into true communities? This week, take a moment to reflect on the community around you. Think about the people who support you and those who you support as well. Are these relationships superficial, or do they have genuine mutual care and shared purpose among them? What is the mark of the relationships that you have? Are they genuine marks of mutual respect, or are they just superficial? I invite you to share your reflections. Share your thoughts about community. What does it mean to you? How do you now view community through the lens of this new biblical principle? Send us your thoughts and your stories. We value your insights and also your experiences. Send them to fromprinciplestopractice@gmail.com. Building a community is not just about increasing our social interactions, but it's about really and truly deepening these social interactions. It's about creating a network of relationships that not only survives challenges, but thrives through them in a way that reflects God's intention for us to be interconnected. How can we practically apply these profound biblical truths to our modern-day community building efforts? Stay tuned as we explore actionable steps. Welcome back. Having grounded ourselves in the theology of community, let's transition to some practical ways we can embody these timeless truths in our lives. Building a community that reflects biblical values isn't just a spiritual ideal. It's a series of actionable steps in which we can all participate. Step 1, create small group dynamics. One powerful model of biblical community is the small group settings. In Acts chapter 2, the Bible describes early Christians who broke bread in their homes and ate together with glad and sincere hearts. Today, we can replicate this intimate setting in our own lives, in our own communities. We can start a home Bible study, or maybe a prayer group, or simply just finding a way that we can fellowship in a small circle. These small groups are the engines of deeper connections. I've heard of a community called Bread of Life, and every Thursday they meet to share a meal and discuss a Bible chapter. They have created a space where everyone feels heard, feels accepted, and the bonds of fellowship are strengthened. What started as a group of 5 has blossomed into a vibrant community. This community has changed lives and impacted families like we can never imagine. Step 2, integrating community service. Service is another cornerstone of a thriving community. In Galatians chapter 5 and verse 13, we are urged to serve one another humbly in love. Look around your community. What do you see is needed there? Maybe it's a food pantry that needs volunteers, or a school that could use a tutor, or elderly neighbors who need assistance. Organizing community service projects help those in need and builds bonds among volunteers. Number 3, or should I say step 3, leveraging technology for connection. While we often discuss the pitfalls of technology, it can also be a powerful tool for building community. Let's use social media, video calls, or messaging apps to stay connected, especially with those that are not nearby. We can organize virtual study groups or virtual prayer meetings, and we can include members who cannot attend in person. Just recently at our church, we could not meet in person, and we were able to have a wonderful Bible study via social media. I challenge you to take one step in one of these areas. Maybe you can host a small group, Or you could volunteer for a community service project. Or you could set up a virtual meeting for those who are far away from you. Each action you take connects the thread that makes the fabric of our community. Remember, building a biblical community is more than attending gatherings. It's about actively contributing to the community's life and its health. Stay with us as we continue to explore how to make these biblical principles a living, breathing part of our daily lives. Modern implications of biblical community. As we continue with today's episode, we focus on the biblical community's modern implications. We've discussed the theological foundations and the practical steps to building community. But how do we ensure these communities are vibrant and sustainable in today's fragmented world? Let's explore. In our rapidly changing society, communities face new challenges, from digital distractions to geographical mobility. Yet the essence of biblical community, which are mutual support, shared purpose, and collective worship, these essences remain relevant. We must ask ourselves, how can we adapt these timeless principles to contemporary settings? First, we must embrace diversity. The early church was a melting pot of culture, a melting pot of social statuses, and also people from different backgrounds. Today, our communities should also reflect this diversity. Actively welcoming people from different walks of life enriches our community and mirrors the inclusivity modeled by Jesus. Consider forming a community like Unity in Diversity. This community can host monthly events celebrating cultural traditions, fostering deeper understanding and appreciation of its members. These gatherings has the potential to bring each member closer and open their eyes to the richness of God's creation. Let's talk about sustaining engagement. While technology often challenges genuine connections, it also offers unprecedented opportunities. For instance, a church app allows its members to share prayer requests, coordinate service projects, and also participate virtually in worship services. This can keep the community connected even through difficult times. Building resilience is crucial. This involves creating support systems within the community that cater for different needs, from youth programs to support groups for elderlies. Ensuring that everyone has a support network within the community helps in times of need and strengthens the overall community. I urge you to contribute to your community's resilience. Perhaps organize a support group, or you could contribute in one way or another to the unity of the diversity in your community. Or maybe you can even help enhance your community's digital platforms. Every small effort contributes to the community's strength and its vitality. Let's inspire each other by showcasing how we can apply biblical principles to meet modern-day challenges. As we bring this week's episode to a close, let's pause and reflect on the journey we've embarked upon together. From exploring the deep theological roots of community in the scriptures to applying these timeless principles through modern practices, each step we took on this journey has brought us closer to each other and to the heart of what it means to live a life of purpose and connection. Community is not just a concept to be discussed. It's a living, breathing entity that grows and evolves with our contributions. It's more than just sharing a space or a common belief. It's about sharing our lives, our joys, our struggles, and our triumphs. As we continue to build and nurture these communities, we are crafting a legacy of love and support. That legacy will endure through the ages. I encourage you, please implement what we've learned. Reach out to someone who may be feeling isolated. Offer your skills to enhance your community or spend time in genuine conversation with a friend or a family member. No matter how small, every action weaves another thread into the rich fabric of our communal life. As we have seen today, the biblical principles are not just guidelines, but they are the bedrock upon which we can build functional and flourishing societies. Remember, you are not alone on this journey. We are here, and together we can build something beautiful and something that will last. We can build community. Please share with us your experiences, your insights, your suggestions, and of course, your questions. And let's continue to inspire and uplift each other. You can email us at fromprinciplestopractice@gmail.com. Or you can visit our website, podcast.fromprinciplestopractice.com. Together, we can turn principles into practice and transform our lives and the world around us. Thank you for joining me today on From Principles to Practice. Until next time, keep putting those principles into practice and let's make tangible differences together. God bless you.